This morning's Coffee With is with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Satellite interview furnished by Palmolive. Ladies and gentlemen, I never thought I'd say let's bring in the chef, Freddie Prinze. How you doing, buddy?
I haven't earned the title chef, but I appreciate the love, man. I'm officially a cooking school dropout because I booked my first movie halfway through and I was ghost.
What were you at cooking school for?
To be a chef. My mom said, look, go to the Culinary Institute, because if the acting thing doesn't work out, you'll never go hungry. So I enrolled in Cordon Bleu in Pasadena, California, and a few weeks in, I booked my first movie. It was in Nantucket, on beautiful Nantucket with Michelle Pfeiffer, and so I was gonzo.
Exit stage. So, but you obviously still have an interest. It's got the book. I mean, it got you to
Absolutely.
the point you could do a legitimate cookbook. Let's talk about it.
Well, my mother was a chef, and so that's where my inspiration came from, cooking, for writing the cookbook in the first place. And it was really about bringing families together, because all my best memories and some of the most important life lessons I learned were in front of a stove. My mom telling me how to talk to girls. My mom teaching me about my grandfather being on the USS Nevada, which was like the only ship to escape Pearl Harbor. And he was in the engine room, and he said, I never saw the war, but I heard every bomb drop. So when I learned about World War II and Pearl Harbor in school, like, I already had that memory so ingrained in my mind. So when we had children, I wanted to have those same kind of experiences with my kids. And at the end of the day, when you're tired and you're making dinner and your kids ask, hey, can we help? It's real easy to say, oh, no, thanks. Go play outside or watch TV or, finish your homework. And I wanted to have recipes that made it easier. So we did mess and recipe, and we got Messipes.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, your wife, also has a cookbook. So who's the better cook, you or her?
It depends. Most of the stuff my wife does is baking. I had to bake as a kid. I worked at Hometown Buffet, so shout out to them. I would do their night shift and pre-bake like all their desserts. And so it got to a certain point where I hated baking. My wife fell in love with baking. So when it comes to the cooking, I'd say 95% of the meals in the house. And when it comes to desserts and baking, my wife does 100% of it. So we're a good balance for each other.
It works out. You can, no pun intended, have your cake and eat it too. You can have dinner,
yeah,
you can have
absolutely,
family time.
I can. Everyone should be able to have their cake and eat it too. If you ever get a slice of cake in your life and the person who gave it to you says, just look, don't eat, punch that person right in the face and tell them I told you to do it.
Do you know what I'm really looking at here? Over your right shoulder are bananas. And I happen to like bananas that have a little bruising on them. Some folks would say, give those to Sarah Michelle Gellar. Let her make banana bread out of them.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at.
I was about to say you should taste my wife's banana bread.
Yeah, but you know what? But see, I go for bananas that are slightly getting a little mushy. And I'm sitting there thinking the pancetta, and I agree, it's a fancy way of saying bacon for the boys. But those bananas have me like lit up like a Christmas tree.
Really?
Now I'm starved.
That's all right. They both start with the letter B. We'll just stick with all the B foods today. Bananas, pancetta, broccoli, pasta, pancakes, whatever you want, man.
Bam cream, that didn't work. Okay, tell you what. Hey, listen, there's the book. Freddie Prinze Jr., The Kitchen.
Back in the kitchen.
And
Back to the Kitchen. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, or you can go to backtothekitchenbook.com. My wife's book is called Fun with Food. It's awesome. It'll make you look like a super duper pro, even though you're not, because it made her look like a super duper pro. So you get both.
So we got to go. That's how I went as get her a job. But you just basically under the table said, but she's not.
Say again? I didn't hear you.
You basically just said, but she's not. You were saying everything will make you look like a super duper pro if you're not.
That's the thing. I'm not a pro. She's not a pro. We just found a way to make things with our family that look fantastic, that taste fantastic. But you shouldn't be intimidated by cooking. That's why a lot of people don't do it, because they see the shows on TV and they're like, yeah, that kitchen is bigger than my apartment. I can't do that. So we both tried to make things very simple and, more than that, accessible. So that's, if you read either one of our books, that's the vibe you'll get.
Out of sight. Have a great day, man. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys giving me the time.
Thanks,
Freddie. We'll see you
Freddie.
again. Always good.
I like my bananas the opposite, a little green still.
Do you really?
I do.
Doesn't it taste like chalk to you?
No.
It gets when it starts getting that little softness to it.
I don't like it.
That's when the bouquet comes out.
We'll be right back. You need to write a cookbook. We'll be right back after this. It's WJZ.
Bye.